You're not tired, you're drained. Not because you're weak, not because you lack ambition or purpose, but because you're too available to people who shouldn't even be in your space. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to the soul you've been building, the spirit you've been nurturing, the peace you've been fighting for. In a world that pulls you in every direction, it's not your job to keep everyone happy. It's your responsibility to keep yourself whole. There's a secret to peace, power, and clarity that most people ignore. It's not found in the noise, the crowd, or the applause. It's not in the endless messages, the likes, the attention, or the validation that comes from being needed. The real secret? It's in your ability to protect your energy, to draw boundaries, to say no without guilt or apology, to recognize that access to your life is a privilege, not a right. Most people will never understand this, and that's why most people live exhausted, scattered, and unfulfilled. This is your reminder to reclaim your power. This is the moment you choose yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect. You are allowed to decide who gets a seat at your table. You're allowed to guard your time, your peace, your energy fiercely. Let's be honest, the people who drain you the most are not always enemies. They're not always the loudest critics, or the strangers on the internet, or the people who openly wish you harm. Sometimes they're the ones closest to you. Friends, family, colleagues, even people you admire. And why? Because somewhere along the way, you were taught that saying yes makes you kind, that being constantly available makes you loyal, that pouring yourself out for others, even when your cup is empty, makes you worthy of love. But here's the truth. Emotional boundaries are not walls. They're not about shutting people out or refusing to love. They are filters. They are the lines you draw to protect your peace, your time, and your vision. Boundaries are the distance at which you can love someone else and still love yourself. They are the difference between being compassionate and being consumed. Let go of the idea that you have to be everything to everyone. Release the need to explain yourself, to justify your limits, to apologize for needing space. The people who care about you will understand, or they'll learn. The people who don't may resist, may push back, may even try to guilt you into going back to your old patterns. But remember, your well-being is not up for negotiation. Throughout history, some of the most respected, influential people have learned to fiercely protect their energy. Take Keanu Reeves, for example. Known as one of the kindest men in Hollywood, Keanu's power doesn't come from being everywhere or pleasing everyone. It comes from his boundaries. He walks through crowds with grace, but he rarely shares personal details. He avoids gossip. He chooses his projects carefully and his friends even more carefully. He doesn't live for the spotlight. That's not arrogance, that's emotional discipline. He quietly reminds us that you can be generous and gentle and still guard your spirit. Or look at Taylor Swift. There was a time she was everyone's headline, everyone's controversy, everyone's conversation. She faced betrayal, media smear campaigns, online hate, and what did she do? She vanished. She disappeared from the public eye for nearly a year. She retreated, protected her energy, and wrote in silence. When she returned, it wasn't as the broken victim of the world's opinions. She came back with Reputation, an album that redefined her career and her identity. Protecting your energy doesn't mean retreating in weakness. It means regrouping in power. You don't have to be famous for your energy to matter. Every day, you have a choice. Will you leak your energy into places that don't value it? Or will you invest it where it can grow? Because the cost of overaccess is real, and it's heavy. When you give too many people access to your life, your thoughts, your emotions, you lose direction. You lose clarity. You dilute your purpose. See, suddenly you're carrying the emotional weight of problems that aren't even yours. You wake up exhausted, not from chasing your dreams, but from managing other people's expectations. Your mind becomes cluttered with noise and your heart heavy with burdens that were never meant for you. You can't build something great while leaking your energy to things that don't grow you. Every yes to something that drains you is a no to your destiny. Think about that. Every time you say yes out of obligation, every time you answer a call that steals your peace, every time you let someone cross a boundary you never agreed to, you're giving away a piece of your future. You're trading your dreams for someone else's comfort. So, how do you protect your energy in a world that constantly demands it? You start with the simplest, hardest thing: learning to say no without explanation. You owe no one an essay. No is a complete sentence. It doesn't require justification or apology. You are not responsible for managing people's reactions to your limits. Next, you limit access to your mind. Not everyone deserves to know what you're thinking or feeling. Silence is power. You don't have to share every plan, every fear, every dream. Hold some things sacred. Let your actions speak for you. Choose your inner circle carefully. Evaluate the people in your life. Who drains you? Who inspires you? Who challenges you to grow? Who keeps you stuck? Keep your inner circle sacred. Protect it from gossip, negativity, envy, and drama. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries, who lift you up, who want to see you win. Take strategic retreats. You don't have to respond immediately to every message, every request, every problem. Step away. Take time to reflect, to reset, to reconnect with yourself. The world will wait. Your peace is more important than their urgency. When you begin to protect your energy, everything changes. You get clarity on your purpose. You develop emotional stamina. You create space for peace, growth, and meaningful connections. You stop surviving and start thriving. Suddenly, your creativity rises. Your spirit feels lighter. You begin to attract people who match your future, not your past. The benefits are profound. You start to see the difference between people who want you for what you can do for them and people who value you for who you are. You find the courage to pursue your dreams without being weighed down by distractions. You have more to give because you're giving from overflow, not emptiness. You may notice some people pulling away. You may hear whispers of, "You've changed." That's okay. Growth requires change, and not everyone will come with you. Some people are only meant to be part of your story for a season, not a lifetime. Bless them, release them, and move forward. You are not meant for everyone. You are meant for impact. Your gifts, your time, your presence. They are too valuable to be wasted on people and places that don't nurture your growth. Protect your energy because your destiny depends on it. Imagine the legacy you could build if you stopped giving away your power to things that don't matter. Imagine the peace that would fill your life if you set boundaries fearlessly, if you chose your company intentionally, if you made self-care a non-negotiable priority. You are not selfish for protecting your energy. You are wise. You are not cold for setting boundaries. You are mature. You are not arrogant for choosing yourself. You are finally honoring your worth. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the need to please. Let go of the idea that love means self-sacrifice. The people who truly love you want to see you whole, not worn out. They want to see you healthy, not depleted. They want to see you thriving, not just surviving. If you're waiting for permission to choose yourself, consider this it. If you needed a sign to set that boundary, to take that break, to step away from what drains you, this is your sign. Your energy is your currency. Spend it wisely. Don't waste it on apologies, explanations, or people who don't appreciate it. Invest it in your dreams, your growth, your healing, your joy. The world will always have opinions. People will always have needs. There will always be someone who wants more of you than you can give. But you are not responsible for filling everyone else's cup at the expense of your own. Protecting your energy is not about isolation. It's about elevation. It's about rising above what no longer serves you. It's about making space for what fuels you. It's about choosing peace over pressure, purpose over pleasing, destiny over distraction. You are the guardian of your own spirit. No one else can do this work for you. The life you want, the impact you dream of, the legacy you hope to leave. It all starts with the boundaries you set today. So, as the sun rises over another day, and you walk forward into the light of your own becoming, remember, you are not for everyone. And that is your power. You are here to make an impact, to create, to inspire, to leave the world better than you found it. That requires energy, energy you cannot afford to waste. Protect your energy, fiercely and unapologetically. Say no with confidence. Limit access to your mind and your heart. Choose your circle wisely. Take time to retreat, to reflect, to renew, and above all, remember, access to you is earned, not given. Your destiny depends on it.